Hi everyone, and welcome to the second installment of the 50 tips and tricks for your Samsung device. I have provided a list of the topics covered below, along with the start times. Again, some functions may be accessed slightly differently via the settings menu, depending on whether you have the Exynos or Snapdragon version. If you do not find what you're looking for in this installment or the first installment, hopefully it will be covered in upcoming videos. Finally, you may want to turn your mobile device from portrait mode to landscape mode so you get a better view of the footage. With that said, it's time to let you enjoy the video whilst I head off to Gotham City to make the next installment. To change the color of the keyboard, you'll need to go into the settings wheel, scroll up, select this option that says high contrast keyboard, then tap on it. You have these four options moving from left to right. So you have that option, third option, and the fourth option. Once you're happy with your selection, go back to your home screen, go back into your message, tap in here to pull up the keyboard, and there's your new colored keyboard. If, for example, you're composing a message or you want to write something which needs to be amended, what you can do in this case is hold down the space bar, and as I move the pen from its current position to the left, you should see the cursor also moving. Here we go. Take it right back to the beginning, and then probably just write the word I meant to write, and there you have it. You can edit the text by going into these three dots here, then tap on this option that says text editing. You'll get this kind of control panel stroke joystick, and with that you can cut, copy and paste items. So for example, if I tap on this arrow here and if I keep going there, and then once I can go letter by letter, so if I want to these four words here, once I'm happy I can cut it, select its desired location and paste it there. To change the theme of your keyboard, you'll need to tap on this settings wheel, scroll up, and you'll select this option that says theme. And you have four options here, starting from left. It's currently on light. Next option is solid light. Next one is dark, and the last one is solid dark. One thing to note, to be able to use this, it is imperative that you do not have your background in dark mode, otherwise it will not work. To change the keyboard layout in both portrait and landscape mode, you'll need to tap on the settings wheel, scroll up, select mode. First of all, we'll look at portrait view, currently on standard keyboard. Also, you can do one-handed or floating keyboard. Next, we move on to the landscape view. We have standard, split or floating. So I'll leave it on split for now. Once that's done, should demonstrate that. So go into message, tap on here, and I will now rotate the phone from portrait mode to landscape mode, so you can see the split keyboard, so which may make things a bit easier. With the air commands floating icon, you can move it up or down. To do so, you tap on it and hold it down, and you move it to the desired position. You can also move it to the left hand side, which is ideal for someone who's left-handed, and again you can move it up or down. Also, you can, once I hold it down, and if you look at the top middle of the screen, you'll see that it says remove. If I want to remove, I can just put it in there and it's disappeared. And if I want to reactivate it, I will go into settings, go into advanced features, select S Pen, and here where it says show air command icon, switch it off, switch it back on, go back to the home screen, and there it is. You can add location tags to your photos or videos. To do so, you go into your camera app, select settings, top left, scroll up, and you'll select this option that says location tags, which is extremely useful when you go on holiday and you want to know exactly where you've taken certain photos or videos. Equally, if you do not want to enable it, you can disable it by switching it off. If you're a budding film director and you want to be able to record what's happening in front of you as well as what's at the back at the same time, you can do so by launching the camera app, selecting more here, and you'll select this option that says dual recording, and then you just start recording. Have you ever taken a selfie and later realized that it doesn't look quite right? Well, to correct this, you need to launch your camera app, select the top left here, settings wheel, and you will select this option that says save selfies as previewed. If when shooting a video you want it to be stabilized, you'll need to launch your camera app, go into settings wheel on the top left, then scroll up, and you will select this option that says video stabilization, and that should improve things. When it comes to storing your photos and videos, you can choose whether whether on the phone or on the SD card. To do so, launch the camera app, select the settings wheel, top left, then scroll up, and you'll see this option that says storage location. And if I tap on it, you have the choice of storing it on the phone or on the SD card. If you want your camera to automatically track a specific subject even whilst on the move, you launch your camera app into the settings wheel, then scroll up, and you will select this option here that says tracking autofocus. If you want to save your pictures as a RAW or as a JPEG, you'll need to launch your camera app, select on the settings wheel, then you'll select this option that says format and advanced options, and you'll select this middle option which says RAW copies, and below it says save JPEG and RAW copies of pictures taken in Pro mode. To be able to scan QR codes with your phone, you will need to enable this. To do so, launch the camera app, go into the settings wheel, and you select this third option from the top which says scan QR codes. In order to use voice commands to take photos or to start recording, you'll need to select the camera app, select on the settings wheel, scroll up, select shooting methods, and then select this top option that says voice commands. You can operate two apps at the same time using the split screen view. To do so, you go to the first app, so in this case I'll choose Play Store, I'll tap on the icon and I'll select the top option which is open in split screen view, and it's there. Now we choose our second one, so if I choose the calculator, we now have the two apps running side by side. We can change the ratio. So if you want to see more of one, less of the other, that's fine. And the beauty with this as well is you can also turn it around and operate it in landscape mode. A couple of other things you can do whilst you're here. So if you tap on the middle button here, tap on the arrows on the left, so you see switches them around. Now, if these two apps you use very frequently and you don't want to have to keep going through this whole process, very easy. So if you tap on here, select this option on the right, it will save it in your side menu. So once you pull up the side menu, you'll see it's saved there. You can open an app as a pop-up view. First thing to do is to open the app. So for myself, I'll go to my recents, I'll pick one, I'll select Bixby, tap on the icon, I'll select the second option from the top which says open in pop-up view, and here presto, we have it. Whilst you're here, you can do a few things. So if I tap on one of the corners, As you can see, I can resize it. I can also move it anywhere that I like on the screen. Keep it there for now. If I tap on this blue line here, I've got some other options. So this option here on the left, I can change the contrast. So try that. So I tap on it there. There you go. You can see I can make it really bright. So I should just leave it about halfway for now. In terms of the brightness, just tap on there. Then if, for example, you have to quickly go away or do something and you want to minimize this and come back to it later, so I tap on here and I'll select this third option on the right where the two arrows come together. Should do that now, and it will sit there as an icon, and then when I'm ready to return, just tap on it and it's ready to go. And once I finish, just tap on the cross. If you want to lend your phone to someone, especially to use a specific app, you can create a setting so that they cannot exit that app. To do so, you go into your settings, select biometrics and security, scroll up, select the last option that says other security settings, scroll up again, and you'll select the second to last option, which is pin windows. Once that's done, we go back to the home. Let's go to recent. Let's find a recent app. So let's take Bixby. You'll type on the icon here, and then you select this last option that says pin this app. And as it says there, app is pinned. To unpin this app, you can swipe up and hold. Okay, so now that's done. They can play around with Bixby, but they cannot access your phone. Look, when I try with the navigation bars from the bottom, it cannot be accessed. The only way that it can be accessed is by holding down the bottom like this, and then it will take you to the lock screen. And even in the lock screen, it requires your password, which only you yourself will know. In order to launch the side key via the on-off power button, you will need to enable it by going into your settings, select advanced features, select side key, and you will have to enable this option at the top that says double press. And as it states here, these three options, you can use it to launch the camera or to launch Bixby, or you can launch any other app of your choice. Whilst we're here, you can also, as it says here, press and hold. So if you press and hold the power key button down, you can use it to wake Bixby or as the power off menu. So going back to the top here, I'm going to launch Bixby by double pressing on the on off power button. So let's hopefully demonstrate that. Bingo. If you'd like to use live caption or subtitles when watching something, you will need to enable this by going into your settings, then select accessibility, then select hearing enhancements, and you'll select the third option from the bottom, which is live caption. Then you will enable this. Now we can test it out. So if I go to my Samsung Free, there you can see the live caption. It is picking that up. And you can also move it around. I'll put it there so you can see. To operate the screen recorder, you'll need to go into your settings, select advanced features, scroll up and select screenshots and screen recorder. And about halfway down here where it says screen recorder, you have three options here. Let's start with the sound. So you can have no sound, media sounds, or medium sounds and microphone, so it'll pick up voices around. Next, video quality. Got three options there. I'll leave it at 1080p as it is. Last option, the size. Again, I shall leave that as it is. So once done, go back to the home page. Then we pull down the notification panel. Select this option here that says screen recorder. You'll get a message on your screen that looks like this. Once you're happy, then you can select start recording. You get a countdown, you can skip that. Now whatever I do on the screen is being recorded, so it's fantastic. And then once I've finished, there's a transparent bar here with some options, so I should select this one, so that says recording saved. So if I go into my gallery, pull it up here, and there it is. If there are particular apps that you use on a regular basis and you do not want to keep going through your phone to find them, you can access them easily via the side menu, which is indicated by this white line on the side, which you cannot see. So what I do is hold the pen down and then pull up the side menu. To add to this, tap on the pencil or pen, and then I'll just tap on the selected apps and you'll see they're added to the side menu here. And you can add quite a lot, so that is great. And if there are apps that you do not use anymore, you can just remove them by tapping on the minus sign, and then as we go to the home page, access the side menu and they'll be ready for you. If there are particular apps that you do not use, especially pre-installed ones, you can hide them. So in this case, I'm going to hide the Galaxy Store app because I already have the Google Play Store app. To do that, I go into my settings, go into home screen, scroll up, select hide apps, then I'll scroll up until I find Galaxy Play Store, select it, tap on done, return to the home screen, and you'll see that it's now hidden. Whenever you receive a missed call or a missed message, you will see this red dot. Now, to determine how many calls in this case I've missed, I need to go into my settings, select home screen, then scroll up and make sure that this option is enabled. Once done, tap on the app icon badges, and then I will select the one that says number. Then I go to my home screen, and now I can see that I've had 2 missed calls. To adjust the screen brightness on your phone, you'll need to go into your settings, select display, scroll up, select screen mode. I should use this one here, which is now on natural. Now watch the colors. Once I tap on vivid, they should be much more punchy. There we go. So if that's your thing, that's the option there for you. Whilst you're in the vivid mode, you can adjust the white balance, and you can also, by tapping on advanced settings, you can play around with the red, the green or the blue. To easily locate newly downloaded apps, you may want it to appear on your home screen. So to do so, go into your settings, select home screen, and you will enable this option here that says add new apps to home screen. If you like your apps in a particular layout on the home screen without them being removed or repositioned, you can do so by going into your settings, select home screen, and you'll make sure that this option that says lock home screen layout is enabled. So now go to the home screen. If we try to move any of the apps, the following message will appear saying the home screen is locked. To set up a widget, you need to pinch on the screen. At the bottom here, select widgets. And these are the types of widgets you can have, anything from Bixby Routines to clock, digital wellbeing, calendar. You have more here, so if you're maps, Gmail. If you're a fitness fanatic, you can have a Samsung Health widget, etc. So you do have a wide range of options. So let's go and set one up whilst we're here. Let's go for the clock. So if it's alarm, you can set one up. So if it's clock, analog, you can have digital or dual clock. So let's go for digital clock. Once we're happy, we tap on add, and there's our digital clock widget. The other thing to note with widgets, you can have a multitude of widgets going across the screen. Now, if you want to delete a widget, you'll just tap on it like that and then select remove. If there are certain functions you perform on a regular basis, rather than manually setting it up every time, you can set it up in Bixby once and it will automatically perform those functions when certain criteria have been met. To do so, you go into your settings, select advanced features, scroll up and make sure that Bixby Routines is enabled. Tap inside and these are your options, so just have a quick breeze through. So if you want a particular type of music to wake you up in the morning, you can do so. Adaptive routines, whether at home, traveling abroad. So more accessible ones, read easily, adjust the sound or the display. It's used for any time. Navigate home, going out, when driving. So if it's focus at school, so let's go for one at work. So as you can see, you can set it so that when you arrive at work, it will log on to the work Wi-Fi and it will mute the ringtone, notifications and any sound and maybe just vibrate. And the beauty of Bixby Routines is you can reverse the process. So when the routine ends, so for example in this case when you leave the office, you can have it so that the ringtone, notifications and any sounds are at say 60%, 70%, etc. If you're a gamer, you can have all your games in one place through the Game Launcher app. And the beauty is with the Game Launcher app, you can also access free games as well. To access the notification panel, we can do that from the top like this. Also, we should be able to do it from anywhere in the home screen. Watch what happens when I do so. That doesn't materialize. So to be able to do it, we need to go into our settings, select home screen, and then scroll up and we choose the second option from the bottom, which says swipe down for notification panel. So we'll enable that. Now we'll go back to the home screen and we should be able to access the notification panel from anywhere on the home screen. And there we go. Shortcut allows you to easily access apps and other icons via the lock screen. So double tap on the lock screen, we have the camera up on the right and then the phone on the left. So if I want to access the camera, just hold it down, swipe it to the left and it launches it and ready to go. Now if I do the same for the phone, hold it down, drag it to the right here, it does require a password, which is fantastic. So should you leave your phone lying around, you'll know that no one will be able to make miscellaneous calls with it at your expense. Okay, so put in the password. Now we can see that the keyboard is up and running. To set this up, you'll need to go into your settings, select lock screen, scroll up, make sure that shortcuts is enabled, and we'll start with the left shortcut. So in the top section here, we have ones that do not require a password, which is fantastic. And below are the ones that do require some sort of password or fingerprint scanner. And again, it's added security, so you know that no one will be able to access it if your phone is left lying around. Okay, and then for the right, exactly the same thing. I'm going to leave it as it currently is. Then obviously once you're set, tap that off, double tap, and you should see your selected icons at the bottom of the screen. With Samsung Notes, you can give it a title. Let's call it test. Once you're done, tap on there, and of course you can begin typing. And at the bottom here, you have some other options, different pens. You have an eraser, so if you make a mistake, tap on that, and then the eraser's gone. It's fantastic. Then on the top right here, you have these three buttons for more options. So you can share, save as, so forth. Also, you can change the background color. So let's go for something different. So you have some options of colors here. I'm going to be adventurous and go for this yellow, and look at that. When it comes to notifications on your lock screen, you can have them as icons like this, or you can have them in detail. To have them in detail, you need to log in. So enter a password. Then go to settings, select lock screen. Then we scroll up, and you'll make sure that this section that says notifications is enabled. Then you tap in, and as you can see, this is a preview, so it's icons only. We'll select the bottom option, which is details, and this is what it should look like. So let's go back to the lock screen. So we'll tap off, we'll tap on, and there you have your notifications in more detail. Now and again, it is always a good idea to scan your phone for any viruses. To do so, go into your settings, select battery and device care, and you'll select this last option that says device protection, and then you'll tap on here where it says scan phone, and then your phone will be scanning apps and other things in the background for any viruses, and it shouldn't take very long. To enter appointments in your calendar for any given day, you'll tap on the pen here where it says write. And for example, if I want to schedule an appointment for this particular date, obviously it's too small. What I can do is resize it. However, that's probably still too small. So what I can do is return it back to its original size, and then just write on the screen. So for example, let's say I've got a tennis lesson in the morning, and that's at say 10:30 a.m. and then later that evening I've got a barbecue to attend, and that's at 6:30 p.m. and I'm definitely not going to miss that. Okay, so what I then do is tap on this shape here, then just highlight the two appointments that I've got here, and then I can resize it and then move it and enter it for the scheduled date, and then tap on save. If you want to translate from one language to another, first thing you need to do is pull up your article like I have here, then tap on the floating icon, select translate, and you'll see a bar like this. I'll bring it down for your convenience. In this case, I've chosen to translate from English to Portuguese. Then I should choose a word. What I need to do is just hover over the word, and you can see the translation just above in black. Now, if I want to translate the whole article, I'll tap on this one here, and then if I just hover, now you can see the Portuguese translation below in black. If you're having difficulty reading an article because the font size is too small, you can magnify this. To do so, tap on the floating icon, scroll up, select magnify. You will see the shape. I'll bring it down so you can see it. And now you can hover over the article and you'll see that it has been magnified. If you find that that's still too small, tap on this 150% and you can go all the way up to 300%. Again, hover over it and you will get a better view of the text. What you can do, tap on the left here, it shrinks the size of the box. And If I tap on it again, it increases. So that's fantastic. Once you're complete, tap on done. If, for example, I want to glance at this article from time to time whilst performing other functions, what I need to do is tap on the floating icon, scroll up, select glance, and you'll see the articles at the bottom right there, so I can be carrying on with other functions. And whenever I want to glance at the article, I just hold the S Pen nearer, and there you have it. And then to pull away, I just move the S Pen away and continue. The other good thing is I can move this anywhere around the screen, and once I've finished, drop it into the remove. The secure folder allows you to store messages, videos, files, photos, apps, etc., which are only visible to yourself. Also, when you first set it up, it is imperative that you include a pin. If not, everyone will be able to access it. So in my case, I tap on it, enter my pin, tap on done, and I am now in my secure folder. Anything that you perform within the secure folder remains only here and not in the public folders. You can tap on the plus here. You can add apps. I'll cancel that for now. Don't want to do that. Tap on those three white dots. You can customize it by giving it a name, selecting one of these icons. Again, I'll just cancel that for now. And also, whilst you are in your secure folder, you can move items into it from the public folders, and vice versa, move items from the secure folder into the public folders. So I'll demonstrate that now. So if I go to gallery, I select a photo, I tap on here, I'll select move to secure folder, which is what it's doing now. Okay. Then I go into my secure folder, go into the gallery, and there it is. And vice versa, and tap on the dots right here, and I can move out of secure folder, and it will do that. Fantastic. Okay, and that's done. Okay, the other thing to note is anytime you exit the secure folder, so exit it now, you'll see that anybody can come along, tap on it, and have access to my secure folders. So it is imperative that you tap on the three white dots and always select lock and exit. So now if anybody tries to tamper with your phones, is curious what is inside this secure folder, when they tap on it, they'll be met with this enter pin, which only you will know. To launch the camera with the S Pen, all you need to do is hold down on the button on the S Pen, and there you go. And you can even do that when the phone is switched off. You can perform a range of functions with the air actions. To access that, tap on your floating icon here, tap on the settings wheel, and select the top option which says air actions. It's enabled. The pen is 100% charged, and these are some of the functions you can use with the air actions. So for example, let's take to the left here, the back one. We can customize the navigation. It's currently on back. These are your S Pen features, and these are your apps, so you can use it to launch any of these apps. So if we go back, and we can do the same for any of the other air actions. So again, change the navigation, you have your S Pen features, and again you can use it to launch that or any other apps of your choice. So that's fantastic. And moving further up, again these are the apps that you can use, and also with the S Pen you can use it to launch the camera, and you can use it for media. So if it's to play, pause music, play the next track, music gestures, volume up, down, previous track, next track, etc. This feature allows you to send a message to a contact or contacts whenever you are in a situation of danger. To do this, you go into your settings, select advanced features, scroll up, and you will enable this last option which says send SOS messages. So you add your contacts or contacts. I'll just bypass all of this for now, and then you make sure it's enabled. And what it means is whenever you press the on off power button or side key 3 times or 4 times, you can choose, then the phone will start taking pictures with the front and rear camera, and it will start recording as well. But for that to happen, it's imperative that these 2 options are also enabled. Once that happens, then a message will be sent to the contact or contacts you've chosen, and they will understand that you are in distress. They'll be able to see what's happening, and they can call out for assistance. To link whatever you're doing on your phone to your PC, you'll need to go to Settings, select Advanced Features, and you'll select the 3rd option from the top, which says Link to Windows. And as it says here, you can link your phone and PC, and even if you don't have a Windows PC. And these are some of the functions you can perform. You can use the side keys to answer and to end calls. To do this, you go into your phone icon, tap on the dots here, select Settings, and then you select this one that says Answering and Ending Calls. And we will select these 2 options here. So this first one is press volume up to answer a call, and then press side key to end calls, which is the on-off power button. There you go. Whenever you have headset or headphones on, you can set your phone so that it can tell you the name of the caller, so you can decide whether you want to answer the call or not. To do this, you go into your phone icon, tap on the dots here, top right, select Settings, then you'll select Answering and Ending Calls, and you'll select this top option which says Read Caller Names Aloud, and as it states below, with Bluetooth or headset only. You can use your S Pen to unlock your phone. To do that, you can press on the button once or twice. So I should do that now. Press down once. And there you go. To do this, you'll need to set it up by going into your settings, select Advanced Features, select S Pen, and then you'll make sure that this option is enabled, and just follow the instructions here, and you will sometimes be asked to enter your PIN, and then once you're done, you can just confirm. Smart Lock allows you to keep your phone unlocked while it's on you or in a trusted location like at home and at work. To set this up, you go into your settings, select Lock Screen, then at the top here you'll select Smart Select, enter your PIN, and you'll be met with these 3 options. And as it says, the first one, you can keep your device unlocked while it's on you. Second, trusted places, and then you can add another device to keep this one unlocked when it's nearby. This function allows you to talk while Samsung Notes will take this down in written form. So tap on the icon, select this option on the bottom right, then on the far left select the keyboard, and you should see this microphone symbol. I'm going to tap on it and pause it very quickly. Okay, and with the microphone you can pause it and unpause it at your convenience. So when I next tap on it, my spoken words will be written up here. So let's give it a go. Good morning everyone, how are you today? Okay, so as you can see, it is pretty accurate. However, there are times when it's not accurate, so you will have to amend it slightly. And now let's have a look at the middle section here. So you can customize things further. So if it's the font background, if it's the font color, or the text style. So you have a range of options to customize it before you share it or send it or save it. Okay, so let's move on. So if we tap on that clip there, so you can add an image, take a photo, PDF document, scan something, etc. And you're done. Tap on the dots there. You can share, save, etc. When it comes to motion smoothness, you can operate this at 60 Hz or up to 120 Hz. To do this, go into your settings, select display, scroll up, select motion smoothness, and here we have the adaptive rate, which is up to 120 Hz, and below it we have the 60 Hz, which is great in terms of saving battery life. So we'll leave it on adaptive for now. Go back, scroll up, select screen resolution, and as you can see, that's 120 Hz. It's operating at full HD plus. Now we'd like that to operate at WQHD plus, so we select that, tap on apply, and we'll be met with the following message, basically stating that 120 Hz is not supported with WQHD plus, and we can change that to normal. So I'll go back, and if we go back to this one, select standard, which is 60 Hz, apply, scroll back up to screen resolution, and now we can operate 60 Hz at WQHD plus.
That concludes the second installment of the 50 tips and tricks for your Samsung Galaxy device. If you have enjoyed this video, a subscribe to the channel below would be splendid, and it is free to do. A like would also be welcomed. Anyway, my name is Shola. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.